welcome to In Our Lane. I am Emmeisha. You can follow me at EMMEISHA and follow the podcast at _ In Our Lane. And today I have a special guest here with me. Her name is Desiree. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, my name is Des. I'm a trainer in the Atlanta area, and you can follow me on Instagram at the Des DEZ Lifestyle.
Period. So just I guess talk more about what you do and what you went to school for and how everything came about.
All right, so I am a trainer. Technically, my role is an exercise physiologist. I graduated with my BS in exercise science from Georgia State University, and real spicy. But yeah, so I basically ended up going into the training industry because I wanted to help other women feel comfortable in their skin, feel confident in their skin. And I work with a lot of boss-ass women. So we talking about the women behind Microsoft, the women that are doing the accounting behind different businesses, the women that are saving your lives in a hospital, all of that type of stuff. So that's the type of clientele that I have. So just teaching them how to live a healthy lifestyle and allowing them to be confident in all areas of life while losing weight around them busy ass schedules. Because, as a woman, you're still a sister, you're a daughter, sometimes you're a mother, you know what I'm saying? You still got to provide. It's a lot of stuff that we have to do. So I just teach them how to navigate all of that and become the best version of themselves. So I don't like the new year, new you type shit, but it's like just becoming a better version of what's already there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that. And so I'm glad you mentioned that because it is Women's History Month by the time that this episode comes out. And I just wanted to say happy Women's History Month. I feel like women in general, we're just really like continuously dominating whatever field that we're in. And I just wanted to use this time to just say thank you to everybody who played a part in just helping this world like go around, because we each do play a part regardless of what your position is. So I just want to say thank you. Keep going, keep doing what you do best. And yeah, like that's just pretty much all I wanted to say. And in the next coming weeks, I'm going to come talk about some heavy hitters when it comes down to women, not just in media, but also in other fields. So I'm definitely going to do my research and just bring some more information for you to know, just in case, it never hurts to learn something. So that's my thing that I just really want to focus on, is just pushing women out there and, uplifting them in whatever it is that they got going on. So the topic of the day, physical and mental health. So I just wanted you to just share some of your knowledge with us about the importance of physical and mental health, because it does tie in together. You can't have one without the other. So I know you preach about that a lot on your Instagram. I do be watching your videos, and I be saving all her stretches and her workouts and stuff, and I be doing them at home. So yeah, just go ahead and share that with us.
So that's a fact, and it's crazy because yesterday we do these things called coaching calls within my organization with my team and my girls, and we talked about mental health yesterday. And I always tell them that's spot one. Mm-hmm. If your mental ain't right, the body ain't really going to be there. Yeah. Yes, you may be able to get some physical results, but you're not going to be able to sustain and keep that going if your mindset is not right. So my number one thing I like to say is like, for any woman that is looking to work on something, or they ready to better themselves, they ready to take that step, your mind got to be ready to be committed to the journey. Because you're not going to feel like it every day. Like, I'm a trainer. I do this day in and day out, and there are still some days where I wake up and I'm just like, bro, I don't feel like working out today. Right. I don't want to do that. You said a burpee? Yeah, child, please. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling it.
What I be thinking, like, when I be doing when I be doing that to myself, when I be wake up and I'm like, I know I need to work out, but I don't. It's just like your face just pop up in my head. And it just, back in the day, us cheerleading, when you used to be my captain, and just hearing your voice, I just like, let me get my ass.
Yeah, because that's what it is, though. Like, so for me, I like I'm a firm believer of practicing what you preach. So even if I don't feel like it on that day, I'm really open and transparent with my girls. Like, shit, I really don't feel like being here today, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Like, I'm still here, I'm still in the trenches, I'm still standing 10 toes. So for them, it's the same thing. Like, you know, it's hard to be in a place where you finally don't woke up one morning and say, hey, like, I really need help getting my body together. I really need help with my eating habits. I really need help learning how to cope with these different things that life is throwing at me. So number one, that in itself is a big step mentally, to be able to confide in somebody that you need help with achieving that goal. But on the back end, yes, you done said that you want to do it, but now you in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? You at the bottom. A lot of people don't come into the fitness industry or come into a body goal with already having a goal completed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it works. Right. So you starting from the bottom, like, you in the trenches. So when it comes to them, like, I always tell them, you can't let up, because you ain't letting up on me. You letting up on yourself. Like, you said that you wanted to lose 50 pounds. You think you're going to lose 50 pounds by sitting in the bed every morning when you don't feel like it? Like, be real. I tell them all the time. You sitting in that bed, and then you come to me 3 weeks later looking at why your stomach's still hanging over your jeans. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I got the blueprint, I got the plan, I got everything you need, but you got to show up for yourself, and that's when your mindset comes in. So one, I always tell them, like, you know, motivation is cool, but we past operating and handling business based off our feelings.
Right.
And that's, you know what I'm saying, that's period. If you moving off of your emotion, you moving off your feelings all the time, you not being effective, and you not operating from a place of growth. So I tell them, like, you know, it's discipline overall. Do you need motivation some days? Of course. Like, motivation is a good thing to have on your journey, but when you discipline, that's different.
Yeah,
like,
can't nobody stop you. When you in that zone, and it's just like, when it gets to the point where it's like clockwork.
Right.
You just gotta keep going. You just gotta keep showing up.
Yeah.
That's why I keep telling myself, just keep showing up.
A fact. So I always tell them, like, you know, it's progress over perfection. So I don't expect them to be perfect on this journey, because nobody is. And I don't expect their journey to look like mine, because we're all different people. But I expect you to show up for yourself in the best way that you can. So some days it may be like, shoot, you know, I had to fight myself to get here. Some days it's going to be easy to show up for yourself. But at the end of the day, your mindset is everything. And the way that you talk to yourself is everything. So I like to tell them that too, because as women, we, you know what I'm saying, we talk to ourselves a lot. Like, I feel like as women, like, we sit in the car and meditate with ourselves some. We look in the mirror, we talk to ourselves some. Shoot, we probably talk to ourselves in the middle of conversations with other people, you know what I'm saying? Because we take time to do that. So I always tell them, like, you know, you got to talk to yourself from a place of positivity. You cannot talk down on yourself. When stuff start going wrong, you can't pity yourself, or, oh, little old me, or this is woo-doo, da-da-da. Like, no, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. You run into a hard situation, the question is, what can I take away from it? What am I going to learn from it? And how do I go from there? You know what I'm saying? I tell them, like, sit down, you could cry. Like, cry. I ain't saying don't show no emotion. Cry. I cry all the time. But after you cry, wipe your tears and figure out what you're going to do. Period. Like,
I think I was just saying that the other day to y'all. So
yeah, like,
y'all better listen.
Wipe your tears, figure out what you're going to do, and pivot from there, and talk to yourself in a positive manner. Like, because you got to. Like, you got to uplift yourself. I ain't a millionaire yet, but I'm going to keep telling myself that I'm going to be one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't changed the world yet, but I'm going to keep telling myself that I am going to change it. I am going to leave an impact. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, so I'm going to acknowledge the fact that you're not perfect, but you're trying. So it's all in the way that you speak to yourself, the way that you carry yourself, and what are you doing for your mind? Because some people think, like, okay, I'm going to just have a negative thought and I'm going to just try to think positively. It's not that easy. So it's like, what are you feeding yourself? Are you at home just, you know what I'm saying, listening to BS all day? What did you learn today? You know what I'm saying? What did you do to pour into you? Because that's a lot of things that we as women lack sometimes. We lack the pour. So we're good at being pourers, but we're not always good at being poured into.
I was just having my conversations with myself, and I was just talking about that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it's like, you know, that's the thing with us and all these different roles that we play, and all the ways that we have to extend ourselves and be present for other people while also trying to be present for ourselves. you have to take time to be poured into. So what does that look like? Maybe it looks like for you, you know what I'm saying, saying your positive affirmations before you leave the house. Maybe it looks like you taking time to, you know what I'm saying, journal throughout the day to get all the thoughts out of your head onto paper so you don't have to really think about it in your mind anymore. Maybe it looks like your daily devotional. Maybe it looks like personal development. A lot of people don't even know what personal development is, but it's basically a time where you listen to something that's pouring into you. So maybe it's a sermon from Sarah Jacobs. Maybe it's a sermon from William Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you got to listen to get poured into and to get your cup full, do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And be real intentional. Set them boundaries. Because a lot of times our mental health fails because we lack boundaries.
Right. That's fact.
And that's a fact. Like, you lack the boundaries. Like, it's sometimes people going to call me up. Once I said I wasn't picking, I haven't prayed yet. I'm not answering the phone. I tell my clients all the time, when I clock out on Saturday at about 11 a.m., I'm not responding to any business text messages till Sunday at about 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Because I need that time to myself. So we have to do a better job at setting our boundaries and implementing things that are going to allow us to grow in the way that we want to go. Because if you don't, you don't. So then when we get in a place where you're trying to lose this weight and you're trying to do all these different things, you haven't even set the boundaries with your family members to let them know 3 times a week for 1 hour, y'all not going to have access to me because I got to go to the gym.
Right.
You ain't set, you know what I'm saying? You ain't set the boundaries with your job to say, hey, my workout session is at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. I got to be walking out the office by 5:30 at the latest to get to where I need to go. And I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this so I can show up in your establishment as the best version of myself.
Right.
So if you don't take that initiative to be able to put your mental, your mindset in the things that you really want first, life gonna keep running over you. So you're gonna keep going through the same cycle of, oh yes, it was New Year's resolution season. I felt so ready. So I started this workout journey. And in February, I just don't know what happened. And you don't know what happened because you ain't set the boundaries.
Yeah, you didn't really do what you were supposed to do beforehand. That's why it's not working now.
Exactly. So they play hand in hand with each other because when you committed to you and when you disciplined about yourself, you not going to play with nothing that has anything to do with you, and you not going to let nobody else play with you, right, including your job, these niggas, your kids. I don't care what it is. Like, you not gonna let nobody play with you when you start to prioritize yourself. Right. So people think about, like, and I see other trainers sometimes or people in the fitness industry, and they really sleep on our position. Like, they sleep on how impactful that we are. So for me, I take it as, okay, I got this girl right here, this woman, young lady, that is trying to train with me, and she's never did anything like this before. She's never committed to herself in this manner before. She's never been in the gym environment before. She's never taken the initiative to pay attention to what she puts in her body before. So me being the first person that she's confiding in and encountering that to do that with, I take that personally, because I could be the thing that sets her trajectory to change her life, or I could be the thing that makes her stay comfortable and stay exactly where she's at. So as a trainer, like, we think of it, oh, somebody just coming to lose some weight with us. But when we teach them how to show up for themselves, and we teach them how to be consistent, and we teach them what dedication looks like, and we teach them what it looks like for, you know what I'm saying, you to be poured into and you to set the boundaries that are necessary for you to go forth, that translates into every other area of their life. So now you have this one thing that started off as small as, hey, I don't like the way I was looking in the mirror, and I just want to lose this 15 or 20 pounds. And them taking initiative to do that, if you do your job correctly, can change the way they show up at work. It could change the way they show up in their marriage. It could change the way they show up with their kids. It could change their generations and their family lines and the ones that are already living, because they start to carry themselves differently. So when I think about my position, I don't think about it as, hey, you know, I'm just going to take Shorty money right quick, help her lose 15 pounds, and then she could get out my face.
That's what I love about you.
Yeah.
Like, you could just tell that you're very passionate and you love what you do, and it's not just about the money. Because it's like, you can tell when somebody just cares about whether or not you paying them X amount this consecutively. You look like a dollar sign to me, and that's all and I don't like when people make you feel that way.
Right.
And that's why I could just tell that you're just gonna be so successful. Like, you're already successful. Let me clear that up. But you're just gonna continue to grow and grow and grow because you real, like, and you really like care about people and have a good heart. So I just wish more people would fall in line.
Yeah, it's important.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
Nah, you good though. Like, it's important though, because when you know what I'm saying, when you start to understand that what you doing here in this earth is bigger than you, you start to move differently. So you start to, you know what I'm saying, you start to think about it differently. Hey, is what they did in that moment, was it really towards me? Like, why am I taking that so personal? You know what I'm saying? Or is it something that's going to distract me from playing my role in their life like I'm supposed to? You know, so it's like, you know, when working on yourself and working on your mindset and starting to dig deep into your purpose here in this earth, you start to operate differently. So if you don't know, you just don't know. Right. Like, you know, you meet people sometimes and you could talk to them and see that they lack purpose. Like, they just don't know what they supposed to do here in this earth. And I'm not saying it's something that everybody learns quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's something that it takes time. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a journey to figure that out. But once you figure that out and once you start to operate in that God-given purpose, I'm not telling you to figure out the purpose that you think you're supposed to be doing here. Whoever you pray to, whatever you got going, you know what I'm saying? Dig into that purpose, because then you stay committed to a bigger journey. So I'm you know what I'm saying, I'm 10 toes on the fact that what I'm doing with DreamBodies by Dez is bigger than me. It's bigger than my emotion. It's bigger than how I feel. Because yes, I could still get frustrated with my clients when they don't do what they supposed to do. But God had to sit me down one day and say, hey,
that's their lesson that they got to learn.
Nah, and not even that. If they knew what to do already, why would they be coming to you? If they had all the answers, if they knew how to lose the weight, if they knew how to eat properly, if it was something that was easy for them, why would you be doing it? So you getting frustrated that they struggling with something that they need your help with.
Right.
So, you know, like, you know, as you begin to work on yourself and you commit to yourself and you commit to the journey, you just start to carry yourself different. Like, you just be different.
I feel that. I definitely feel that because, like, I just recently had a shift in my life, and I never thought that was a part of the plan. But God had another plan, and so I kept asking him, like, to show me just continue to show me what I need to do with this, and to show me, like, what's next for me to really, like, be deep into my career. And it wasn't until that happened, I'll tell you when we off camera because I'm not ready to talk about it yet, but when that happened, literally I have approximately 5 opportunities now to produce for other people. And it's just like, if we can get that in motion, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's just like, last year I was just like, I just hope that this year, you know, and I've been just continuing to do what I've been doing, and now it's just like, that's crazy. But my point was to say is that God's plan is God's plan. It don't matter what you think is a part of the plan or how you think things gonna roll out. You could plan all you want to, but at the end of the day, he the one who knows what's best for you. So it might take, you know, you might lose some things and some people. So yeah, I just went on a little tangent, but bring it back. So let's talk about it, eating habits. So I feel like I've always been the type of person where I didn't really have bad eating habits. I've never really indulged when it comes down to eating. I mean, I do like to eat good, but for the most part, I feel like I've had a decent diet. Yeah. But everybody not like that. Yeah. So it's hard to break those habits when it's like you used to just waking up and eating whatever you feel like eating. And if you want your body to look the way you want your body to look, sis, baby, you can't be eating all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's okay to indulge a little bit.
Right.
It's okay. But you can't be doing it all the time, sis.
No, for real though. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. You wondering why them sides is looking real. What they look like speed bumps and that strapless dressed in the back because you ain't eating right.
I'm working on it.
But listen, but no, for real though. When it comes to nutrition, my main thing with a lot of my girls has been teaching them how to have healthy habits that still fit with their life and still doesn't make it seem like your life is ending.
Right.
Because I'm not that coach that's going to say, all right, you done started this journey. Welcome to death row. You can't eat bread. You can't never have no pizza. You can't never have like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not what it is. Because when you put people and you restrict them to so many of these, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no carbs ever. They're horrible for you. Da, da, da. You start restricting them to this thing and it's only something that they could sustain for a little while. Like it's only something you could do for a little while because...
And you're going to feel like you cheating.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You're not supposed to be doing it.
And then you develop a bad relationship with food, and that's not what it is. Like, you know, food is our main source of energy. Right. And I like to point out carbs because that's the main thing that people like to talk to me about. Like, oh, well, you know, I started doing keto or I'm on this really low-carb diet. Or yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the shit they come to me with. Like, the girl asked me the other day, like, yeah, you know, I'm breastfeeding, but I'm finna start doing keto.
What they got to do with it?
So you finna tell me that you gonna stop eating carbs and you're breastfeeding and you expect to have enough energy and enough, you know what I'm saying, enough to produce and give to your child when you are, you know what I'm saying, you're exiting out your main energy source. Carbohydrates are your main energy source. Like, you know what I'm saying, that's your main energy source. Right. So when we talk about carbs and when we talk about things of that nature, it's like, you know, yes, we're going to clean up your eating. So yes, I may teach you how to pick a healthier carb. But that doesn't mean I'm going to tell you not to eat carbs at all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what's a healthy carb?
So my favorite healthier carbs are going to be like sweet potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Whole wheat. You know what I'm saying? Like whole grain type of products. So when I think about bad carbs, for the most part, I associate all the like the white super, you know what I'm saying? The carbs that are overdone and everything like that. So your honey buns that you may like so much. You know what I'm saying? That sourdough bread that you may want to eat every single week. You know, like things of that nature that are on the other side of the spectrum. So like, you know, those airheads that you pick up every time you go to the gas station, your Funyun rings, you know what I'm saying? Like those are things that you just won't be able, like it's the stuff that you already know, like damn, I shouldn't be eating this, but you know, I really want it. Right. And I'm not saying that you're never going to be able to eat your candy or your, you know, your hot chips or whatever it is that you want. But when we are focused on getting to a certain place, you can't always have that. And the main thing that I see with a lot of women is, oh, I want to lose the bottom of my stomach. I just don't like the way the bottom of my stomach look. Or I don't like, you know, the sides right here. Yeah, and it's like, you know, you don't like that. But then I look on your story and you don't have, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't have 6 mixed drinks with your homegirls. You know what I'm saying? You don't have fried crab. Like, damn, can you leave us some room for some good stuff?
You can do that this week and then save the next thing you want to do for 2 weeks from now.
Man, figure something out. But just know we can't be living life like that all the time. So for me, it's more about, you know, just making healthier decisions. So taking your time when you're in the grocery store and actually looking at the labels and seeing what's in that. If it's a whole lot of stuff that you can't pronounce, do you think you should be eating it? Like, you know, like be for real. If you got to Google it and see what it is, you know, take your time. And for me, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a single mom. I'm a business owner. You know, I'm still a big sister. I'm still a daughter. I still all these different roles. So what I do is I use the Kroger app or Publix app to do all my grocery shopping. So I just pick it up. Like, hey, I'll be there at 12:30.
That's great. So you won't just be cruising down the line.
I don't have to do all that.
Looking at stuff. Like, ooh, because I'm a good one for that now. I just be...
Right. Take you an hour and 30 minutes.
And that's why I did start. What's been helping me a lot is just planning out what I'm going to get first. And then just getting that
on the list. Yeah.
And that started helping me save money. It started helping me eat right.
Yep.
Because our eyes will lie to us and tell us that we need all of this stuff, and we don't.
All the time. So it's just mainly about, just eating healthy overall. So picking up some vegetables sometimes. They ain't gonna hurt you. They ain't gonna kill vegetables. You. Making sure we're having healthy protein sources. So, like when we're picking our protein, of course, if you're trying to make it healthier, you may not want to fry your chicken. It's other ways to eat it. Probably pop it in the air fryer and just put some oil on top of it.
Air fryer gonna be y'all best friend.
Yeah, so
because it's like it give you the flavor and the taste that you want without all of the extraness.
Yeah,
from the oil.
Exactly, and the breading and everything else. So it's like just learning how to make
flour back, sis.
Hey, hello, white carb.
Put it down. Okay.
So just making healthier choices overall. So nutrition is something that we make it seem like it's super complex, but in all actuality, it's a little simple once you get with somebody that know how to walk you through the journey.
And that's why we're gonna transition over to places to go, things to do. You need to sign up for personal training classes with Des. Okay, let them know. I guess you already did that. Follow her, sign up, click the links, all that good stuff. Yes. And get y'all workout on. Get somebody who gonna be on your ass. Cause when I tell you this one right here,
I'm in your grill, in your business.
She don't play. Okay.
At your job.
At your front door. She might hurt your feelings just a little bit at the beginning, but then you're gonna start getting used to it. Cause you're gonna realize that's just her personality.
Real raw shit. If you ain't ready for the truth, don't come over here.
Yeah. Get your stuff together a little bit first. Get a little thick skin. Because it's all love. I promise you. It's all love.
All love. Always. Always coming from a place of love.
Okay, so Emmeisha's watch list. So, y'all know I had to come on here and share with y'all a good movie to watch. So, if you haven't seen Imani on BET Plus, you should go check that out. The synopsis of the movie is, after Faith loses memory of her past, she tries to rebuild her life, but she is haunted by dark memories and threatened figures who want to keep classified secrets buried. It's a real, like, if you like action movies where they shooting and it's a lot of mess going on.
It's one of them.
That's one of them.
All right.
And the actors, they're known actors, so you probably gonna be able to know. It's a few new actors that's on the scene that I realized that they're starting to, like, how they do, where it's just like they in one thing, now they in a whole bunch of things. So it's like you starting to see the new rollout of new actors that they got going on, and they did a really, really good job. And I feel like the plot was everything. The score was pretty good. That's pretty much it about it. Like, it was a real dope movie. Okay, so let's head into Ask Meisha. Do you have a question for me today?
Ask Meisha.
You can ask me anything you want.
Ask you anything I want.
Yeah.
So, what's up with you and dance? What's going on? Yeah, I'm digging. You would be the person. Digging in there. Give me the tea. What's going on?
Okay, so everybody know one of my first loves is dance.
Period.
I feel like that's for both of us.
The real GOAT.
And if you don't mind, I want to do a Patreon episode with you, and we could talk about our dance days. Okay. So if you're watching this right now, you are on Patreon. Hey, Patreon family. So for those who would like to watch this, head over to patreon.com/InOurLane, and you can get the exclusive episode where me and Des talk more about our dance life. So let's get right into it. And to answer your question, dancing for me, it's always gonna be something that I will forever ever do. Love. It's never going away. And I definitely want to bring it back. Cause I don't know, I just started doing the little TikTok dances, and they got me back in the mood. Cause I was just like, hold on, wait a minute, Auntie done.
Well, do I still got it?
Auntie still got it, like for real. So stay in your lane. So today, y'all know I always tell y'all stay in your lane. I just want to say, get your body right,
get your mind
and get your dream
right.
body.
Hey,
bodies, okay. And that's how we're going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for joining me on my podcast.
Thanks for having me.
You can always come back again if there's something you got going on that you want to promote. Just let me know, and we could definitely make something shake. Yeah, so I'm out of here. Bye. Y'all have a good one. Ooh, that's a wrap.